in order to like, you know, learn skills that are not typically taught anymore, I had to start my own business. So at first I had a for-profit landscaping company called Alternative, and I helped residents grow food in their backyards. It's what I was doing at home. So just kind of spreading that around. And then I met a friend who also was into that. So we started the nonprofit Cultivate Together. And we had a friend who had like a 1/4 acre. And you know, the lots down in California are smaller. And so we started farming that, and we had an internship there, and we would sell produce at the local brewery. So we did that for several years, and we worked with other nonprofits. Like we put a garden in at a food bank, and we're in the progress of like working with women's prisons, doing more farm garden stuff. And then we both decided we needed to move, and then so that sort of put an end to that project. And then I also at the same time, I was working for a company called
You're welcome.
Farmscape, and they actually made and ran farms inside of HOAs.
Oh.
So if you're familiar with like Aliso Viejo or Rancho Mission Viejo down in California,
Okay, like a community.
like San Juan Capistrano, that
Okay,
area.
yes,
There are master plan communities where instead of maybe building their like 5th pool, they'll instead build a farm.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the way that we design the programs, we would create and run the farms like a traditional production market garden kind of farm. But then we would have the residents come and give their labor in exchange for food. There was a little bit of a fee that people would pay to participate in it. It was really small, and they would get like tons of education, hands-on experience, and I did that for 3 years, I think. Yeah, they're called Agrihoods.
Agrihoods, isn't that a cool idea?
There's probably 50 of them and growing in the U.S. where they've you know, in development, they'll be like, hey, why don't we have like a garden? And there's different models, but typically the ones that have been successful are ones that structure themselves like a functioning farm, not like a community garden. Community garden is more where you have a bunch of people who have their own little plot, and they get to decide what they do. In this scenario, because there's a collective goal, everyone has to pool their energy together and learn and build community. We would have like potlucks, you know, at least once a month, and there was all kinds of spontaneous interaction and community building that happened because people had this like shared communal resource.
Yeah.
And for some people, it was really special because it would become their like therapy.
Yeah.
Being out in the garden, and usually we'd have like 5 to 10 people per shift. And I mean, inevitably on the farm, you know, you're out there pulling weeds even, or harvesting fruit. You start thinking about life and wanting to talk about. We had some really cool conversations, and probably one of my favorite jobs that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I operated 2 farms. There was one in Chino. This is more inland, and then the Rancho Mission Viejo one. Yeah, it's an interesting like, you know, therapy through gardening.
Yeah, farming and agriculture, and I mean, that's what my mission is for this property is too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, healing through the land.
Over here.
Yeah.
We're turning to that part.